start. There it goes. Hey, welcome everybody to Astronomy Daily Live. Hope everybody's doing well out there in the universe and the world. Things are good here. It is clear. I think the wind is probably going to die down. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that or not. And Atta is showing us right away, right out of the gate, the atlas of the moon.
Yeah, remember I told you when I was going to do observing, I'm going to try to teach myself features on the moon.
Yeah.
I want to actually understand what I'm looking at. I don't want to just look at stuff. And anyway, I concentrated on Proclus so I could see those rays emanating out. Proclus is
okay.
like here.
Okay.
Here.
Oh.
And where it actually ends up being relative to Marcrisium. If I'm pronouncing this stuff wrong, please correct me. It's right near that big Marcrisium.
Okay.
Little crater.
Yeah.
And I did see that. And wait a minute, there's more. I didn't just do, and of course I look at the usual stars and stuff like that, but I didn't just do that. I also did some Messier objects. Here we go. 16, 17, and 18.
Ah, okay. Those are nice.
I did those.
Nice.
Oh, I was going like 60 out there. I was having a great time. Nice. I spent most of my time on the moon because I was trying to find these features. I knew they'd be visible right at the edge there, whatever you call that. And I knew that
Terminator.
Yeah, right. The Terminator. I knew they'd be there because I saw that on one of my programs, and I spent a little time because I wanted to find these things myself, and be sure of what I had found. But I had a good time doing this stuff.
Very nice.
And I have very good reference books. I can't say enough for this Atlas of the Moon. It's really, I'll put that up again so everyone can see it. I'm sure they all know about this, but this is a very nice reference if you want to look at features on the moon.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. I see her. I'm just looking at the chat. And it's very much of a help to beginners. And for all of you in our audience that are not beginners, just suffer through this with me. Because I am a beginner, and this live stream is supposed to be not only for you old pros like Caroline out there, but for beginners as well. So for me, at the moment I'm doing fairly simple things. It's a big deal to me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking of big deals, Bobby, what's going on over there?
I don't know, but I'm about to play that same game that Francie Renda played at Ruckerman with the Mars team comes.
There must be something in the water or something because I don't know. Speaking of.
I just got done with my radio listening.
Very cool. Yes, always inspired after some radio. So I totally agree. So I've got the hydrogen hydroxide again here. So cheers. It is so dry here. It's just like a desert. What's up with that? So it's finally, the environment here is actually sort of behaving like it's supposed to be. It's incredibly dry, and just opening up your mouth just sucks all the water right out of you. So,
Yeah.
cheers.
I think I actually put some helium liquid on my water and stuff like that to give you something like that. Or what happened at Tubby Boy? I mean, they had that NOS something, and I think it got leaked, and they were like speaking like they were like helium and something.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not Tubby Boy; it's Black Sheep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's funny, but you realize, of course, that one of the most undetectable murder weapons is helium. If you fill a person, give somebody a lung full of helium that they can't exhale, they will, of course, suffocate. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, depending on how you handle the individual you're killing, is that there's no marks of strangulation on them. And if the body is not discovered in about 30 seconds, the helium will diffuse out of their lungs. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, what a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
Isn't that not?
Yeah.
Oh, I know a million of those.
Now, I have a good question for you. Speaking of helium, do you think releasing metallic mylar balloons should be illegal?
Metallic who blooms?
Those mylar balloons.
Mylar balloons. They should
Yeah.
be illegal? Why?
No, it's the releasing up in the air that should be illegal.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, because I saw a video, and when when that balloons hit those power lines, there goes your power.
Oh, well, of course. Absolutely. No, I don't do balloons. I just know how to different ways of killing people.
Everyone has their very special talents.
That's right.
That's right.
Too much diagnosis murder.
All right. Well, cheers.
And that
So,
was a good show too. Diagnosis murder.
Okay. So yeah, I have to decide if I'm gonna go out and collect any data or not. Actually, I want to look at the chat too. I haven't.
Yeah, dummy. Check the chat. There's Jim from Carolina Discovery. Tom.
Alert.
Kira. Uh-oh.
And there's a Ron.
You're here, you devil.
As I come crashing in.
Andy.
Crashing.
Okay, so
Andy's in the chat. Very
Tom,
nice. Kira.
Jim, Kira, and Andy.
Very cool.
All right.
Tom, nice to see you. Jim, yep, absolutely. Andy, Kira. Awesome. Great you could.
Well, what is going on? Ada, good to see you tonight. You took last night off. What's up?
I can actually see you.
Yeah,
you don't have a hair on your face anymore.
I shaved, yeah.
Oh, I love hair on faces. I mean, I really do.
It gets itchy, though.
If I were a man, I'd have a beard like Santa Claus, man.
I don't grow in that well, though. And it just kind of like itches like hell.
Yeah.
Mine is getting really, really, really close now to starting to itch. And it will itch and itch and itch and itch and itch. So I am forced. I have no choice but to cut it back, which I do.
And Jim is saying, "Get some data, you moron."
Yeah. Well, Jim. Okay, so Jim, this is how it is. Okay, this is going to be Jupiter. That's sort of my primary target, or would be, I guess. And
I had a question. Along with speaking on Jupiter, we're calculating the orbital distances of that asteroid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, can you calculate the same way? Can you calculate the orbital paths of the 4 moons on Jupiter? Like, can you map out like when it's gonna be like in view or whatever?
Yes, yes, and
Okay. Would that be the same process then?
it is basically the same process, and I've actually looked at that kind of stuff extensively, because what I do is not only PageMaster has a severe thunderstorm watch. So yeah,
Oh crap! And I'm
keep your head
supposed to
low.
have thunderstorms today, but we got Big the Dipper.
I gotcha.
I had a couple today.
Wow. So what I can do
Actually, the weather was saying that we're supposed to have one at the 12 o'clock at the high noon hour, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. I wasn't even supposed to capture KBC, but yeah.
All right, yeah, go ahead. So what's the process on
Interesting.
figuring out the orbital?
So yeah,
path?
so not only have I plotted those orbits, I've actually made music with those orbits.
Oh, show me.
So yeah, you know, I've got to work on the audio here. So that is coming.
I still need a few intros from you that we're gonna work on.
Yes.
Remember? You promised. You promised you'd do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually, yeah, you know, I've been working on a little bit of material for this thing I'm going to be doing next weekend,
Cool.
and so I've got a lot of recordings that are probably moderately interesting, just as they are. So yeah. Let me look at those and see what I can do. Maybe something interesting out of this thing I'm doing too. So we're being analyzed. All right. So yeah, my main hesitation about observing Jupiter tonight here is that the moon is going to be right there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Right there.
Yep. I got clouds tonight, but I can see what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. And you know, for what I'm doing, it really doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, it really doesn't matter if the moon is around or not, but that is really, really, really close. It's I think within, I don't know, maybe 5 degrees, maybe even something like that.
It's within the same view. In the same view, if you have a wide angle.
Okay, so yeah, it's really, really, really close. So that makes it less desirable. And the other interesting thing is that I've actually found all of my Jupiter data that I took back.
Now, do you think this dude, this is Jim from Carolina Sky, does he look like Cheech or Kong?
Put him up again. Let me see him again. Oh, hey. I don't know. I think he's pretty cute. I mean, I like those black beards and things, you know. I mean, I'd go crazy in Saudi Arabia, except women aren't allowed to do anything.
Yeah. That's great.
I mean, to me, all those guys are just, whoa, good looking.
Yeah, and PageMaster, what I use for my radar is called My Radar. And you can get that from the Microsoft Store, but if you have an Android phone, it's good for that too. I got the ad-free version for it.
When you look at the orbital path of an object, cosmic, what is the calculations needed to figure it out?
Oh wow, that is
Sure, that's a serious question. Serious
Yeah.
question.
That is a
How many calculations are needed to get even for, say, the orbit of Jupiter, for instance? What
right.
is the what
Well,
would be how many calculations would you need to
let's.
get
It's
it figured out exactly right?
yeah. It's it's not really a matter of number of calculations. It's just the complexity. It's the parameters
Oh, okay,
of the calculation. So
okay.
there are a lot of parameters. Actually, let me do this. Let me
Or would it be easier to pick the moon for the object? Would
Hey,
that be
before you
easier?
continue, I like to
doesn't
see
matter.
Otto's Captain
Okay.
Frog's notebook.
So it would be the same process then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah,
Well, I need to learn that process then.
yeah. Let me
Well,
see
that
if
way
I
I can learn the moonrise, and learn when Jupiter's gonna rise and different
right.
things like that.
Well, your best bet there
I
is
mean, you can
something
look
like
it up,
Stellarium. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, all these online programs tell you that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Otto, can I see your Captain's log book, please?
Yeah.
let's
Wait a
see.
minute.
Captain's logbook.
You
I
mean
need to
this?
see it.
She had it up there a little bit, yeah.
Let me blow it up. Let me blow it up.
Hold
There's
up.
sticky notes if you want Star Trek.
Okay. Oh,
There you go.
that's small for a notebook.
Yeah, it is. They sell this in different sizes. I just ran across this by
Yeah,
accident.
she writes in shorthand, so it don't matter. So
Yeah, I write in
you
little
don't
hand.
need, you don't need
Oh, that's good, Ert. That's really good. You far exceeded my expectations. Okay.
I tried.
Oh, and I think and Ron, I think Andy the voice is playing on our
Hey,
video.
Andy. All right. Oh, is he here in chat or is he on Earth Radio?
He's on the Art Radio playing now.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
He's on
At least
Earth
somebody is.
Radio.
Yeah.
Somebody's pushing the
Andy,
buttons over there.
Andy is playing a lot. He plays a lot.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, so that's why I'm sort of leaning towards not at least doing Jupiter stuff. But what we should do, and maybe we can do this together, is
Okay.
let's look at what my favorite eclipsing binary star is
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Its
What was the
name
name of
is,
that again? I can't remember the name, man.
yeah, its name is HW Virginis.
That's right. Kind of like the president, right? I know, just kidding.
Something like
Yeah.
that. But hey, Ert, let's I want to show you the orbital parameters of these objects, just to sort of show you what's involved in calculating these orbits.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's do that first, and then we can.
All right. Figure out on the
move on.
mathematical part of it, right? Ooh,
can
there we
move
go
on.
into the wormhole.
Fire proton torpedo.
Okay, so this little box up here, I'll zoom in a little bit
Oh, that's right. You're going to show the graph as well, right?
if I can. Oh, this thing is deciding
So now,
not.
what was that video program the video program you were talking about last night that's going to replace Google Hangouts? What was the video program?
I think it's. I think the one that YouTube is recommending is called. I think like Webcam or UCam or something like that. So yeah, I still need to look at all that.
Now, I was going to suggest, I mentioned it to Bobby, I have tried a program called Zoom, ZOOM,
Yeah.
and it's meant for meetings. It's meant for more than like 25 people in a meeting,
Yeah.
And you can use a whiteboard thing, you can use a screen, everything.
Right. I guess my only concern there is that I've sort of built this audience on YouTube,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
and
Oh, on Zoom, you can have it sent, I believe, to YouTube. I believe.
if
So
that's true, then I could
you need
probably
to research that, and make sure.
yeah.
But I have used Zoom, and it does work well.
I've used Zoom as well. Yeah,
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 and I like how you can have quite a number of people on the meeting, and real time
right.
without very much delay, and just
Cool.
a standard delay for the internet,
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And I also did say that maybe you should try Zoom or Skype.
yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I want to keep the connection with YouTube because that's where
All right, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna
so
work on it.
we'll work on that. No problem.
Yeah.
We've got time too, so I'm not in any real hurry about that.
All right.
Anyways,
So what are we looking at now? We're looking at
so
what are those names there?
these are the orbital parameters for that asteroid that went by us a couple
I want
weeks
to
ago.
try the binary asteroid.
Yes,
Okay.
and now most of these I don't remember exactly what they are, but they're all
I'd
they're all
like
pretty cool.
to welcome Niji that said yes, Zoom will work with YouTube.
Ah, there you go.
Well,
I
very
thought
very
so.
cool.
So
Well,
thank you,
thank you.
Niji.
Yeah, let's.
What is lots of it? I don't know.
What's that? Where? Who?
Something what Andy Cowie said. I don't. Maybe you like to revise that comment.
Oh, I
Andy?
see. Okay, yeah. You can lots us it and link to YouTube.
So now you had to figure out this. You had to figure out all these numbers you have up there. You had to figure them out with the calculation you were using the other day. All
No,
those.
yeah, no. These numbers are actually calculated from observations. So
Okay.
these observations
So
are
that's the easy way to do it. There is let them figure it out.
yes. Once we have all these numbers, then we can say, okay, let's run this in time and see how the position changes, and that's what all of these numbers they come down to. Where is it?
Yeah. Now I have a question about Zoom. Can Zoom work on Linux? There's like a web-based thing, or you gotta have the app.
I think it's Windows or Apple.
Oh
'Cause
man.
I remember some people were using it on Ubuntu as well.
Yeah. Now I wonder if you do that on Android.
Well, yeah, you can just go to Google Play and look for Zoom. ZOOM.
I think
Okay.
I think the actual naming of it is Zoom Meeting.
Okay.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might have a different name for the Google Play.
Zoom meeting. Yeah. Zoom meeting.
So you can do a Google search also and just look it up. It'll tell you.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I'm about to check out if it's there.
But it's usable either on the phone or on a computer, either one.
Right.
Oh yeah, Zoom Cloud Meetings. Okay.
Yeah, so you can have I've seen 25 people in one meeting.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
And so that's
Yeah,
for school. That's for school. That's for what you're doing here with this discussion.
Right.
Everything you want to think about that you want to try to do here, I think you can do there.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about, as long as Zoom doesn't shut down.
Right.
But I mean, Google Hangouts is fine until they quit. But you do want to have a backup.
Yeah. No. I mean, I definitely want to jump on to any kind of new platform as soon as possible. But I don't, feel as though I have to stop everything and jump on this right now.
Well, I
But
just think I don't know
definitely
why
want to look.
I don't know why Google Hangouts is shutting down. I know why Google Plus shut down 'cause nobody was using it. But Google Hangouts, a lot of people use Google Hangouts. Quite a few people.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know why.
So
because
should be a Linux version of Zoom if I can get Andy Cowie correctly.
okay, very, very good. I'm glad to hear that. So,
Hope there's
so
an
yeah,
Apple version. I like to use my Apple for this because it's got a giant screen.
Yeah, well, they have, like I said, they have the Zoom for either Apple or Android
Yeah.
or PC.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, if it is able,
Now,
to
now
interface
I want
with
to know if it's
YouTube,
got a web platform.
then no problem at all.
For those of
Yeah.
them,
No problem at all.
now I wonder if they're going to have a web platform for those of them that's on Chrome OS devices.
Mm,
If they don't,
who knows?
then why don't you? If you got a Chromebook, just enable Android. That's a good thing.
Well, I've used it on my phone and I use it on the computer. So, well, yeah, I guess they would have a web version of it. I use it on the computer.
Yeah, I think that's how I used it. The one time I did. So it was right on the computer. It was a website, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
So,
and it was actually working pretty well, I thought, and it didn't use up as much resources like OBS, for instance.
yeah, well, that
So,
that is, that is going to be my ultimate test
OBS is
because
nice if you have a computer that can handle it.
oh man, yeah, I
What
sure wish I could.
exactly are the would somebody tell me what the requirements are for a computer to handle OBS? What kind of computer do you have to have?
I have a i5 processor, and I have a 8 GB of RAM, and basically 64-bit system. So
Does
basically
i5 with how many gigs of
I
RAM?
i5 and 8 GB of RAM.
That's all? And that
Yeah.
works?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's not exactly a gaming machine.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
eight is probably the minimum, I would say.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say 12 or 16 or 32,
But we're on a laptop, so
even better. So
That's
this
all right. I've
particular
got a
one,
laptop
okay.
with 32 gigs of RAM on an i7.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you should be able to handle OBS if you wanted
Yeah,
to
I
do
just
something
want to
like
know
that.
what the requirements for it were.
Yeah.
You'd have to download it and see if it would work, and then you might be able to get more information on a personal test.
And I think
It's
if Uncle
great.
Bill said it yesterday, you gotta have an open GL version of like a 3.3 or 3.x or something.
Yeah, 3.2, I think, or higher. Yeah, something like that. Speaking of Uncle Bill, Uncle Bill, over in the Discord, was complaining that his head was hurting because
Oh, no.
of the date format that I've been using.
Oh,
That he would prefer if I used a different format. Now, Uncle Bill carries a lot of weight in
Yes,
his
he
life.
does.
So when Uncle Bill says that what I'm doing is giving him a headache, I really need to listen and probably do exactly what he says.
is he related to Uncle Sam? No, just kidding.
I don't think so. So
You don't want to mess with the uncles of knowledge.
don't mess with
No.
Uncle Bill.
He's just about the king of the world when it comes to online education. So
Absolutely. So I took a look at what what he wrote, and I was, for about maybe about 30 seconds, I was sort of like, well, I'm gonna stick with my thing because that's just me, and
And
but then I started thinking of,
and the format that you're going to be using is the same format that I use to when I do my BitTorrent search.
What date were you were using the Julian date?
no, so what I was doing up until practically this moment was I was doing the last two digits of the year, so 19, and then the month, like 06, and then the day, 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
I could see how you'd have that mixed up. Yeah, see,
and Uncle
I have
Bill,
the month.
right? Uncle
Yeah,
Bill recommended that I do a 2019 dot 06
yeah.
dot 16.
Yeah, I
So
got you.
that is the
And I think
format
it's
that's going to be
an
adopted.
international standard of doing dates.
Then I am
Well, I
not.
just do 06 and the date and then the 2019.
Well, the other way that I will do it is like 16 JUN 19. So
Okay.
I'll do that too. But
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's another international format.
right. But I am going to definitely listen to Uncle Bill, and whatever he says I should do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to think about it, right? I mean, I'm going to
So you're
consider.
gonna do 2019.06 or whatever the
Dot 16,
and the
yes.
date. Okay. All right.
So that'll be the new um, format. Hopefully that'll
And
be
I don't think
less
Page Master was
ambiguous.
cool of doing something like that. If you
And
took
in your credits on the side, you could put courtesy Uncle Bill.
Rock Uncle Bill D.
On your closing what do they call that? On your ending video or on your exit video?
Right.
On
Yeah.
your outro,
Yeah.
whatever they call it.
Which I don't have yet.
Yeah, which you could. So, but no, then you just put credits, date credit for Uncle Bill.
Yeah. All right. Well, awesome. So yeah, well, I think what I'd like to do is go over to the AAVSO, the American Association of Variable Star Observers, and look at their variable star index, and let's look and see what HW Ver is doing today. It has a very, very, very short period. It's something like 2.8 hours. So it is doing this, eclipse 9 or 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Were we talking about not to distract you? We were talking about Vega at one point.
I can probably.
Is that a variable star or is it a double star?
Vega?
Yeah.
Vega is, as far as I know, is a singular star.
Does it change in brightness?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I think, the only context that I would really ever speak about Vega here is talking about like the magnitude scale.
Okay.
Vega is like the standard star. It is 0 magnitude with all wavelengths. So it sort of defines 0th magnitude is Vega.
It's one of the first stars I found on my own.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is super, super close to us. It's like 26 light years away. It was
We could
featured.
get there in the afternoon. It's a drive.
Yeah,
Sunday
well,
drive.
it was featured in the book and the movie Contact, right?
Yeah.
So the message was from Vega, right? But no, if
Postmaster took a course on bearable stars. The instructor said that the larger the star, the slower it pulsates and the dimmer it is. The smaller the star, the faster it pulsates and the brighter it is.
Mm.
yeah, I think PageMaster that might be sort of a general rule, but there are a lot of outliers. So I think what you're saying there is approximately right, but not always.
So from Wikipedia, Vega is also a bearable star that varies slightly in brightness.
Oh, you know what? I don't know about
All right,
that.
back on track now. You're going over to that double star.
Tangent time. Okay, yeah, let's go over to this eclipsing binary star, which I mean technically isn't a variable star. It's just that its light varies in brightness. So, but what's actually happening is that one star is passing in front of the other one, and dimming what we see. But anyway, let's take a look here and see if here it is, HW Virginis right there. Let's see if it is doing any primary eclipse at a reasonable time. So here's some basic information about HW Ver, where it is, and other names. It's a lot like Sinbad. So you'll sort of recognize a little bit of this. This is the variability type. So this is an eclipsing binary system. This HW actually means it's of this type. This object actually defines a class of eclipsing binary stars that have at least one really, really interesting characteristic, which I'm not going to get into now. But variability is pretty. That's a lot. It goes from a bright of 10.48 to a faint of 11.38. So that's almost one magnitude. So that's almost a factor of 2.5. So that's not bad. But yeah, the period is only 2.8 hours. So imagine, right? Imagine these two stars going around each other every 2.8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What an amazing view, that would be. That would be really, really, really amazing.
Now,
So,
how close would you have to be in order to observe that without having any kind of effects on your, say, if you were on a ship and you were sitting there at a safe distance watching it? What would be the closest?
Here, I don't know if I'm going to answer your question exactly, but what I will say is that if we were one astronomical unit from that binary system, they would be separated by about 30 arc minutes, which is about the size of the full moon. So from our point of view, we'd see these two stars going around each other every 2.8 hours, but relatively close to one another. Just 1/2 of a degree separation. So we would definitely be able to see it. I think it'd be epic. I think it'd be just absolutely incredible to see that. But anyway, let's see. The ephemeris over here will tell us when the primary eclipse begins and ends and what the middle time is. And these eclipses just last like 20 minutes. So they're really, really fast. But let's sort of see.
Are you intending to share your screen or not?
Yes.
It's not being shared.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay.
No.
I haven't done that yet. Okay.
No, I haven't.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Oh. Now what
I
happened?
don't want to show off too many incriminating acts here behind the scenes. All right, so we'll do that. Whoop, there we go. Come on. Yay. Okay. All right. So is that better?
Yes, now we can see what you're talking about.
Yay. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so here it is again. And right, so I was just talking about,
what happened?
How
I lost
long
the
it takes to
sound
go
for some
around.
reason.
Once. No sound?
I got you.
Ert has lost his sound.
Let me flex up the value.
I can hear Bobby. I can hear Cause. I can hear Ert.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just checking my YouTube audio portion.
Seems to be all right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, it's something on the Ert side. Anyway, so right now it is 2:42 UTC on the 16th. So you can sort of see here that obviously missed that one, but wow, this one is sort of really a nice prime time to see that, because it'll be nice and dark. So yeah, I guess I've got a good opportunity here to collect this data too if I wanted to. So yeah, I guess I have to think about it now. See what I'm going to do. I've got a lot of old data that is actually looks pretty good. I spent actually some of the day today looking at that, and yeah, it looks good. I had to amazingly enough, I found all this data. It's like 5-year-old data that I took with my 10-inch telescope that didn't track. It didn't track at all. So that was an incredibly laborious process, because I would have to, extremely small field of view. So I would have to get it into the field of view and then get maybe 6 or 7. Well, here we go. Yeah. Did you get that, Ert? I don't know.
Okay. I got that. Now, why though?
Oh, okay. Yep, he is not hearing us, but I guess he is on it. He is on it. So yeah, the data I've got is plentiful and good quality.
Yeah.
So
I'm on the Linux side. I can easily lose sound, and the only way to do it is by a simple reboot.
Sweet.
Now there is a way to restart
this thing set.
and get back.
What now? Okay.
There we go.
You can hear me? Okay, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
Thank you, Atta.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Might be a connection.
Have Magic Marker
Might
will
be my
travel.
wire.
I just think he needs some feedback from this end if he's going to.
Yeah, but you can hear me,
Problem.
so that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's thinking out loud, so.
That's
Now,
all right.
Oh, I
I
can
think
see
what's
myself working
kind of
down
like
there,
a
but why
bit
can't I hear
weird.
you?
Now,
I'm gonna-
what's
Irritating.
kind of like a bit weird is and we're gonna go somewhere about it. Is that that some people were able to get
No? Okay, well, that's working.
some people were able to get hangouts that were on the phone. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will try to keep him muted while he's working on things.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he is ready, he can unmute
Muted.
himself
Why is it muted?
because I am muting you. Good. I think he
Mute now. Okay, it's unmuted now. Okay, so what the hell is the problem here?
he doesn't know that I'm trying to mute him. That's
I know.
great.
That doesn't
He
give me
should,
anything there.
talk to himself in silence.
Anybody
Okay.
got a hammer?
No,
Anyone?
no hammer. No hammer. We can talk to him in the chat, I think.
Default speakers, I got that working.
Let's see here.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry for the. Is it okay now? Do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Was that you?
Yay! Yay!
Hey, I'm trying out on the phone right now. It said you on mine, don't you?
Well, it was like I
Don't mind.
was listening, and then Ada said that you guys could hear me, but I couldn't hear nothing else. And I'm looking at all my settings. I'm looking at all my connections, and you were going to share your screen. And that's the last time I heard it when Ada was asking if you're going to share your screen.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
You went to go share your screen, and then all of a sudden, blanked. Everything was gone.
Blammo. Blammo. Oh well.
Hey, actually, I'm trying the Hangouts on Air on my phone. And it's working pretty darn good too.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I'm trying.
Except I'm getting some feedback there.
That's where headphones.
Oh yeah, I just paused the YouTube thing. I just paused the YouTube.
See, if you use your headphones on your phone, you know, if you need to get some earbuds or something.
I think he was running YouTube on his computer or something. So
yeah.
All right. Well, cool. So cheers. Got to have a little bit more of this.
I'm actually drinking tea tonight, guys. I got tea in my Diet Coke bottle. So.
Oh, nice. Is it a particular?
Are you guys feedback or no?
Some Arizona tea.
Oh, Arizona tea. Yes.
Are there any feedback or no?
Not that I can hear.
No.
Okay. Good.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So yeah,
You were gonna figure out the timing of your.
Yeah, and you know it looks like that there is a really nice eclipse coming up at like 4:44 UTC, which is for me that's 21:44 or 9:44 p.m. So that is like perfect. So yeah, dang it.
So we know what that is. We know what that is on the light value. When it changes, we know that something's going in front of it, either the other star or something, you know, whatever. We know that there's two systems there that are involved with each other, right?
Well, let me
So
say. let me say it this way. We have created some models
Okay.
that when we look at the models, they, you know,
She's having an ice cream over there.
yeah. When
A
we
fudge
run
bar,
the
no less.
right, when we run the models, we can look at the light curves from the models, and we notice that those light curves very closely match the light curves that we observe. So therefore, we infer, because the model and the data are so close, we sort of infer that this is probably what's going on there. We and it's not just the light curves now. We can look at spectra. We can look at velocities. How um, these two stars are actually moving in space. So there are lots of reasons to sort of point to this model that has these two stars of these particular masses, this distance away, this kind of orbit, all of that. But it's all inferred. It's all inferred. The model could be just a really lucky hit. It could be completely wrong. But I think confidence is pretty high. Could it be something else? Absolutely. Until we're able to either get like some really high resolution images, or better spectroscopy, we're just not going to know. Or we have to go there, and I don't see that happening, at least anytime soon.
Oh, I don't know. Remote viewers, we got it. Remote
True.
viewing.
True.
So,
That's absolutely true.
but now I have a request for you for another show and another
Okay.
for another show. I'm trying to understand a little bit about what creates, or what does a variable star go through to change its brightness? Like, what happens there? Is it shutting off its outer layer, or what is it doing exactly?
Sure.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's
I don't know if that's a simple question, or if there's a simple answer to that question, or if it's just a speculation, more or less.
yeah. They're
So cute.
it's
Yeah, I was testing out this mobile app. There's my Blackie boy.
he is out.
Yep.
He is
That's one that barks.
crashed.
That's the little one that barks all the time.
He's crashed and burned. Look at him.
He's
that
the only smart. He's the only one smart in the bunch. The only smart one in the bunch. He's sleeping.
Yes, absolutely.
Darling.
So think about that. Think about one or two, or possibly even three variable stars that we can evaluate. And if you send me an email, I'll even help you do the work on that. Maybe come up with some ideas, or
Okay.
if you come up with some names. I don't know the names, so I couldn't help you there. But if you just come up with one, or I would say if we had three, that would give us a nice round number to work with.
Okay.
All
right.
And then give us some three different views of what each one is doing. Maybe there'd be some different answers to some of our questions. Like the time frame of when they get brighter or dimmer or whatever. And then then we can maybe learn a little bit more about what they're doing and what it's from.
Sure.
I don't know if we'll get any answers, but we'll have fun trying to figure it out.
Well, what I've decided that this live stream actually does. You see, all at least the astronomical or scientific live streams and YouTube channels and Twitch things that I've seen are mostly there just giving out answers. Okay, this live stream does the exact opposite of that. What I do is I give out questions.
Right.
I have no answers really to give at all, because that is just I can't presume. I just absolutely can't. So yeah, this live stream is about questions.
Okay.
And,
I want to know if anybody.
Oh, so then that would be my question. In our view, in the northern hemisphere, let's keep it to a low number. I said 3, so let's keep it to 3. What would be the first 3 variable stars that we'd come to, and then why? Meaning, why are they variable?
Yeah.
What makes them
Anybody
change?
can
when
hear
they're
me.
threatened?
Anybody hear me?
Yep,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yep.
I was checking out the OTG on my USB headset functionality.
Apparently, that is working as well.
Oh yeah, and I can hear you too, and for sure.
Good, excellent.
So very
yeah,
nice.
What I like to do is we're actually right in the middle of sort of looking at various objects in the constellation of Aries, and I don't think that we've even gotten to the variable stars yet. So I think when we do, I'll definitely be taking a look at a couple of those.
Okay.
Because there are literally dozens of different kinds of variable stars. There are sort of 2 main classes. One being single stars that are doing something, and then the other class being these binary stars, that are also doing something. So, but then under those are lots of subclasses of subclasses of subclasses. There's just tons and tons and tons of them. Mm-hmm. So we will definitely, when we're going through the
let's launch.
Okay, so now Bobby is frozen in one panel and live.
Now he has 2. He has 2.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a double Bobby.
Yeah,
oh.
Phone just balked.
Live in another one.
My phone just balked.
And you thought it was bad with the Earth alert. Now you got the Bobby double.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
You can never have enough Bob.
Yeah.
Not
yeah, my phone just
much.
botched out for some reason.
Well, that was interesting, though.
Yeah, that it's always fun.
I gotta see about resetting the clock.
Yeah, we're in this really interesting transitional phase, and so we're seeing things that aren't quite working right yet, and I think it's entertaining too. I think it's really, really great that Bobby's phone fails, and what we see here is just a frozen Bobby, right? Just
We have Ada eating ice cream.
Sure. I eat all the time. I can't understand why I can't keep my weight down. I'll never understand it. I eat like a bird, 5 times my own weight every day.
Oh, boy.
I was going to say, yeah.
I get hungry. I mean, please.
Go for it.
I bet you run 5 miles every morning, don't you, Ada?
No, but I work out 2.5 hours a day.
There you
Hard.
go. That's it. That's why. That's why you don't gain
And that
any weight right
includes the
there.
run on the treadmill. I'm training
Yeah,
for
there you
an
go.
event.
There you go.
Wow, nice.
I knew you
All
were
right,
a
well,
runner.
You know, I'm noticing that it's the top of the hour, and so I think I'm gonna scoot on out here. I think I actually got a request to be off about this time anyway. So
Okay.
somebody else needs the bandwidth. So
Oh.
yeah. Well, you know, that's
Hey, Ert, he's got to cooperate, you know?
to
Yeah.
Little
cooperate.
secret to a successful marriage, you know, it's called cooperation.
Trying.
I'm not married, so I have no clue about that.
I know that, Ert.
Yeah.
I realize you're divorced.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say yes as much as I possibly can. That's my job.
I say
Yeah,
yes.
it is.
I say yes. You can leave. You can leave. That's what I said.
All right. Well, speaking of leaving,
Oh.
it is
All
time.
right.
So I'm going to get out
Hey,
of here.
remember what do you do? You tell a friend.
You right there. So tell a friend.
Yeah.
How many friends?
Yeah, you do. You got a friend. What do you mean you ain't got any friends?
There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of
And
here.
we're gonna go check out Andy on Earth Radio over there.
Yeah.
Very
Andy's
cool.
playing some tunes.
I'm
Let's go
gonna
check them out.
decide if I'm gonna hold this thing out or not.
You can put Earth Radio on the phone and listen to it out there on your phone.
It's that's very true.
Yeah,
That's very
see?
true. I may do that.
All right.
All right, everybody. Peace,
All right.
cheers, and all that. Have a great evening, a great day tomorrow.
See you
Thumbs up
next time.
if you wish. Make some comments. Spread this around. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that
bell.
thing. The I guess the bell thing is like really, really important now. So, all right, well, whatever.
You sure got
All
a
right.
non-compliant nightbot.
They just want you to ring that bell so they'll take them all away.
That's it. All right. Live long and prosper. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And I will see you again. I'll be back again 2 hours UTC. Bye.